How are you doing, Ryan? Ryan, could you please unmute and say something? Ryan, are you there?
I think excuse teacher, you could record admitted and paused.
Oh, I see there's recording pause, but we're still live on YouTube.
Yeah, I've just made you guys live.
Okay. Okay. So when we start, I record.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next class.
All right. Brian, are you with me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that is great to know. Could you please, Ryan, do you think you're able to access your Scratch account?
I think so because I know.
Yes?
I think so because right now I'm not using a laptop.
Still, like on your phone, do you think you're able to access it?
No.
Okay. I would like to see what you did for your assignment. Ella Vanya, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us today. So today is actually the second last lunch session we're going to be having. And today we're going to be learning how to create animations. Yes, so Ryan, if you can access the account, that would be nice. Yeah, so you just need to go to, I think, let me type the link because getting it on phone. Let me put it in the chat. Ella Vanya, you're welcome. So there is the link. So if you're using your phone, you'll need to put in your details and then it should lead you to the Scratch website. So you put in your account details. Oh, okay, it's fine. It's fine. Go on. Ella and Elaine, you're welcome. Was Elaine, have you visited Discord? Elaine?
Yes.
Have you visited your Discord account since you made it?
Yes.
Okay, that is nice to know. Yes, so if you have any questions, you put them over to Discord. So today we are going to...
Charity, I never got access of Discord.
You never got access? Even if you try to use but are you able to log into your account, Ella? Just try logging into your account. Just go to discord.com. I want you to share your screen.
I go to the app.
Okay, yeah, go to the app. But Ella, do you remember your details, the ones you used? Your password, your username, do you remember those?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I want you to share your screen.
It's coming.
Okay. So if you're able to access, your account, then I'm sure we can try to access this server.
Teacher, try to see the app's loading.
Okay, so when you get in, you let me know if you have successfully entered your Scratch account. Yes, Ella, is it still loading? Ella.
Sometimes my laptop does it slow, so it's still loading.
Okay, so I'm going to give us like 2 minutes. If it hasn't loaded by then, maybe we shall try to work on that issue a bit later. Elaine, where's your laptop today?
My laptop.
Yes, how come you're using the same device today?
Okay.
Okay, so Ella, is it still loading?
The app hasn't yet shown up.
Okay,
So maybe
so
we'll talk about the issue later.
yeah, so I'm going to share my screen. And today, like I said, we are going to be exploring how you create animations in Scratch. So it's very possible to create a project that is just an animation. And what is an animation? Ella, what's an animation? Yes, Ella?
I can say an animation is like getting something from real life into some cartoons. Like when I get a person, when he is reading, maybe when a person is in real life doing something, I get a photo of him when he's animated, like when he's being like a cartoon, but when they are just animated.
Okay. Yeah, you've given us an idea. Elaine, is that what you can also say about animations?
No, I have another definition.
What definition do you have?
I think animation is getting a person like in a movie, and he wears a costume, but he's still not showing like a cartoon. And when you want a cartoon video, so you can just say that there is something you can do, and you animate the person.
Okay, so you people have all given, okay, you're all giving me ideas. Alison and Angel, you're welcome. Today we are learning how to make animations in Scratch. So Alison and Angel, what do you think? I will start with Alison.
Charity,
Alison.
can the meeting?
Yes?
Can you wait for me to join the meeting?
You will find us continue. We shall not go that fast, but yes, you can go on and join. So, Alison, when someone talks of an animation, what do you think about? What comes to your mind? What's an animation? Alison? Okay, Angel, what comes to your mind? What do you think an animation is? I just want you to give me any idea.
What an animation is. An animation is an animation is like a story that tells you about something, but in sprites.
Okay. So Angel, is that what you can also say about animations? Angel, what do you think an animation is?
Me who just said that.
It was Angel. Okay, Alison.
I think an animation is a story, but shaped as a cartoon.
Okay. An animation, it's a story like a cartoon. Well, so I think I was speaking different ideas from what you are saying. I think I had things like costumes, cartoons. Yes, costumes, cartoons. things like that. You were talking about real life, bringing it into a cartoon, something like that. So what is an animation? Okay, in Scratch, what you would call an animation is a project that has any kind of motion to it. Let me show you an example. So when I get this next costume block and I drag it into my coding area and I'm like clicking it multiple times, do you see what is happening at that stage? The cat, it seems like it's like moving. So, but then it's like in one place. So what if I add a move 10 steps block? And let's see what happens when I add a move 10 steps block. So when I bring this here, and do you see that it now seems like the cat is moving? Something like that. What if I get another sprite? Let me go and choose a sprite in, say, dance. So sprites in dance will have costumes that I'm going to choose two. I'm going to choose Casey dance, and then I'm also going to go and choose, I'll choose, who should I choose besides, I'll go and choose also
Ballerina.
ballerina. Okay, let's go with ballerina. I should have added which sprite should I choose besides the ballerina. So now Casey dance is a sprite meant to dance. So let's try adding the multiple times and then we see what we have. So this one, she's meant to dance. Does she somehow look like she's dancing? Does she look like she's dancing from your side? Do you think she looks like she's dancing? And then let's try also the ballerina. Okay, so what if it seem like? This is what we have. So it all depends on how creative you are going to be. And then let's go on to the ballerina that everyone wanted. So ballerina, this is what we have. So if I click next costume many times, so you should know that next costume means it's obviously going to always take the sprite to its next costumes. So that only means is what will work. Not every sprite has costumes. So you can come and check over here and then you'll see that ballerina has 4 costumes. So she has this, and this, and you can go ahead and modify a costume if you don't like it. You can change something about it, or you can even go ahead and create other costumes. You can go ahead and delete some things like that. So we are going to, so since we chose case dance, there is the cat, maybe let me first show you how you can modify a costume. So you should know already that animation is only going to work for a sprite that has different costumes. So there are some sprites that do not have costumes. So when you go over a sprite like this and it doesn't change, chances are that it does not have costumes. Yes, Alison, you will. Yeah, you will if you would like to. So there's some, yes. Yes, is someone asking a question?
What just happened?
Teachers off. Hello. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Jesse. Just joined.
The teacher has gone off.
Yeah, she has gone off. We are only students here.
It showed
Yes.
that, but it showed that Ryan is the host now.
Oh. Ryan, are you really the host? Yes, he's the host. That usually happens with my regular lessons. Yeah, you are the host. I can see that. Pop.
Sorry about that. Okay, so I was still sharing my screen. Just say you're welcome. Okay, so I was saying that when you go over a sprite, it should move to show you that those are the different costumes. But if it does not, chances are that, Jessa, could you please mute from your side? Thank you so much. So if you go over sprite like this, you should see that the costumes change. If that does not happen, chances are that that sprite does not have costumes. Now you can see diver 1 and diver 2, they do not. So if it does not change, yeah, it probably does not have costumes, other costumes, but sometimes it can just be your network that is causing the sprite not to show its costumes. But when you go ahead and click, now Kai has, I'm trying to look for a sprite that besides the diver, so Wanda. So if I click Wanda and then I go to her costumes, you can see that she doesn't have other costumes. So you have to be very careful also in the sprites you choose. So either you're going to, if a sprite does not have a costume, then you may have to go ahead and add other costumes. So how do you create another costume for a sprite? Now over here, I'm at the cat. So when I go to the cat, and these are the 2 costumes it has. But in my opinion, the cat, if I just do this, okay, it may seem okay to you, but I feel like it will look better if it has other costumes. So I'm going to duplicate this. And when I do, I can now try to edit the sprite. So how do I do that? Now I want to move some parts to still give it a bit of a walking motion, but I must say you should be very, over here, when you come here, it tests your art. So I'll go and click the reshape. So when I click the reshape, you can see that when I click this, it now brings this point. So if you can be able to drag, if you pull this point, something like this, you can see that over this side, it changes. So be very careful with how you do it. Does it, let me see. Is it a bit different? Let me just go and also duplicate this costume and try to change the other leg. Now this time I'm going to change this one. So I'm going to bring it a bit down. Okay. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. So when I go to the different costumes, now if I click this, now this is what I have. So instead of always clicking the sprite, let me first hide these ones. So instead of always clicking a sprite, how coming to click here, what do I do? Of course, I will need to go to the event block. I will say, I'm just going to choose when flag clicked. So when flag clicked, I will want, so I was just clicking this over and over again. So instead of me clicking this over and over again, you can use either the repeat block, repeat 10 times. If you want to repeat forever, then go ahead and use it. But for this case, I want to time it. So it will repeat what is inside it 10 times. So I will just place this in here. So when I click the flag, this is what I have. Do you notice it was so fast? Let me bring this back here and let me actually make it 20 and you see what we have. So it was so fast. How can I slow it down? So you're going to slow it down by putting a wait block. So let's try this. So that means it will go to the next costume, move 10 steps, and then, now remember, things really happen instantly in Scratch. So you'll have the next costume and move 10-step blocks. It happens almost immediately. Your eye may not notice that it's happening at a different time, but then code will always run from up to down. So when it comes to the part of wait 1 second, it will always wait 1 second before it goes back. Next costume, move 10 steps, wait 1 second. Next costume, move 10 steps, wait 1 second. And it's going to repeat this 10, 20 times. So let me click the flag. Now this is what we have. I feel now this is too slow. So how do we make it a bit faster? So we are going to reduce this time. I will make it maybe 0.5. So what do we have when we make it 0.5? I think it's a bit fair, but I'll make it 0.2. I feel like it's still slow in my opinion. Now too fast. Anyway, it's going to all depend on what.
Too fast.
Yeah, so okay, let's make it maybe 0. Also, you can put fractions, like you can put 0.35. That's also allowed. So now this is what we have. Now you can go ahead and put a background. So I will put a background of, I think.
Blue sky, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe blue sky.
Yeah, nice. It's what I would have chosen. So I want the card to start here. Now, could you please make me the host?
Okay.
Yes, Ryan, I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hold on.
Teacher Charity, what's the matter?
Sorry, could you please give me a second? Let me share my screen again. So now if I want the cat to always start here, what am I going to do? I'll say when flag clicked, the cat should always go at this point. So I'll add this. And then when the flag clicked, I will want this backdrop to always start. So I'll also go to looks and get my switch backdrop to, this is not backdrop 1. So let me go and then delete that backdrop 1 because I'm not going to be using it. So it should always start at blue sky. So I'm thinking of adding more backdrops. So I'll change this to blue sky. So this is what we have now. So it moves over here. Now in my calculation, if it takes, if I repeated it 20 times to move from here to half the screen, so probably from here to here will also take 20 times. So I'm just going to make this 40 times. So 40 times, and if I click it, it will probably lead there. So when it reaches here, I'm going to switch backdrop and now make this sprite, this one, show, but maybe since it's like a dance sprite, we could give it something a bit more, a backdrop more worthy of itself. So we'll need something that is more like a dance something. So when flag clicked, that means I will want the cat to hide. So I'm going to say, since I want that my cat will show anytime I click the green flag, and then it is going to hide when it reaches this point over here. And then the backdrop is also going to switch. And then we shall now have, she's called Casey Dance. So which backdrop can I choose for Casey? Concert. Okay, so concert. Is there any other backdrop that you can think of besides concert?
A stage.
Or stage?
No.
Party.
Yes, which one?
Party.
I'm not getting you guys well. Is it just
They were saying party.
Party.
Ah, okay. So there is party, concert, any other? The third option?
Spotlight.
Spotlight. Let's see, spotlight. Okay, spotlight. Let me just give the privilege of choosing.
What about colorful city?
Colorful city. Okay, there is colorful city.
How about neon tunnel?
Neon. Oh, neon tunnel. Actually, I'm going to choose neon tunnel. So neon tunnel. Yeah, I think this. So let me hide the cat now when it comes here. Now let me hide, and I'm going to show this. So where should we place her? I think we should place her here. Now, let me first delete these. Now I will say when flag clicked, I want her to hide. Okay. Do we all know why I'm saying I want her to hide?
Yeah.
When flag clicked. Okay.
Yes.
Then in the event that the backdrop switches to what is it? Neon tunnel, right? Then I will want her to show. Then I want her to show. So when she shows, what do I like? Do you guys like all her costumes? Do you think they are nice costumes? If you don't like her costume, you can also delete it. Let me see.
I don't like it.
That costume, teacher.
Yes.
First change the costumes. I'm going to show you
The costume I don't like.
So she has four. She
No,
has four
teacher.
costumes.
The other one.
Just tell us which
The next one. This one.
Okay, so if we are removing this one, I think it's the same as this one. So do you see that they are all the same? So, okay, everyone has their own idea of which costume should be removed. And because of that, I think let's just let's just leave it like that. After all, I also, there are some costumes I also like, and they're different from the ones chosen. So we are just going to let her have her costumes. Now we would like her to be like in let me get some music. So what sound? So some sprites come with different sounds. So here you can see this is the sound she came with. So that's the sound she has. Now you can go ahead and now let me go to sound. Let's sound this. Does it?
Yeah. I don't like.
Yes. Okay, so it's a no. So is it a no for the music? Is it a no for the sprite?
It's a no for the backdrop. Backdrop.
Okay, so we can make the backdrop. Okay, so different people have different ideas. Okay, please don't write on the screen, okay? Now the backdrop, we can make it nicer. The reason I think I said the backdrop is you can even keep on changing it as the sprite. Now let's try something. So the way we modified the costume the other side, this time we're going to modify the backdrop. So how? I'm going to go and paint some places. We could draw some circles and choose different colors. I am going to, okay, so you could, there is this, we shall just make them different colors, okay? So I'm just, you can modify. So, okay, this is the first. And then I'm going to, I'm just putting different colors. Can we, yeah, I think we can add some circles. And everyone please mute from their side. Please mute from your side, everyone.
Yes.
Just please mute from your side. So I'm going to choose another color. So if this is something orange, let's just give it some bit of red. So I'm going to go get my fill bucket. So this is red. We are going to, this is red, 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 red. So let me copy this. Neon tunnel 2. So I'm going to also give it another, let's make it light blue, light blue. So if everything is now light blue, let's first make all red light blue, light blue. We're making everything light blue. Okay, I think let's just leave it at this. Then I'm going to duplicate. And then the one I duplicate, I'm also going to choose something different. Green, green, okay. Let me make all light blue. So it's like orange is a consistent color I'm having. I think that's okay. You can even go ahead. I almost say put in stars, but of course you realize a star you'd have to like draw it yourself. Something like, then let's have, I'm going to choose at least, I'm going to create at least 6. These are 4. Okay, let's make them 4 because which other color? Let me go with pink because I think many girls love pink. So I'm going to make all the green pink. And then I am also going to change the color of the orange in this one. So let me change it to which color? Yellow. Let's do yellow. So this is what I have. So let's see, I could choose, I don't want to delete. Okay, let me first delete this, we shall put it back. So if I have next costume, okay, so if I have her at next costume, Elaine, please don't write on the screen. Next costume, and then, so for her, I don't think I want her moving, like she's just going to be dancing. Would you really like her moving? So I will go and add a repeat block. So let's just click this and then we see. So you see how fast it was. So we shall need to limit this by some time. But then, so also the way you put in that, okay, let's try this. So let's try putting in the backdrops changing. So can I put next backdrop inside here? Let's see what we have now. In my opinion, it looks better, but I think the backdrops would be nicer if there were a bit now, like if I added some more circles for some, like at this point. This, let me leave it. Then this, I could add something here. Okay, so it just basically depends on how creative you are. I have seen projects where, let's try
Elaine's
this.
asking, teacher, what do we do what you're doing?
No, it's okay. If you want, you can try it out later, okay? Let's. I think it's now looking a bit better. Even at the backdrops, you can go ahead. I think some you can go and paint down. How do you guys ever see? Let me actually make this different. So here we have red. Let me paint it red. Am I able to feel this red? Is my fill bucket working? Not. Okay, so if it's not working, I can
say convert to vector.
Convert to vector. Convert to vector will probably ruin my picture a lot. So I don't want to choose convert to vector, but let's see if this works now. So fill bucket, you should not have spaces in your whatever you're creating. So I just, oh no, I wanted it to reach also here. So I'm going to keep this yellow, and then because and then for the next one, I could keep it maybe, I see there's a space here. So for fill bucket, I said, if you have any spaces, it will not fill. So when I go back here, it has not filled. So the reason is because there should be still a space that I'm not, let me first make this bigger and see what we have. Let me first go back, see this. Okay, let me just draw another line. I don't think it will be so significant. So if I choose, have I chosen a color? Okay, I'm at the line. I wanted the box. Let's see. Okay, it's not really coming, but let's try the next one. Let me try making sure that for this particular one, I get it from this side up to this side. And then this side also up to this side, here to here, then here to here. So I'm going to give this particular one, I think, the light blue. So how do I choose that light blue? If I want this exact light blue, it's just a matter of me clicking the fill bucket and I get this and I come and choose the color I want. So I want to make this all. So this became that. And then here I'm going to make it green. So let me choose. So green over here, I'll go and pick it. And this is what we have. Yeah, and then for this last one, so I'm just testing out this because I just think it may look nicer than the way it was. I want to make it something that is like really dance hall and not to just entirely rely on the backdrops in Scratch. So here I'm going to make it, should I make it pink or yellow? I'm going to make it
Purple. Purple. Purple.
purple. Okay, let's make purple. Yeah, so that okay. Is that even purple? It looks like our pink. Okay. So now when I go back, let's try this. Don't you guys think it looks a bit nicer than it was before? So if I click my project, if I click it, so I'm going to say, I want to dance around played. No. By the way, this block of playing it until it is done, be very careful with it. Yeah, how long is our sound? I think it was 15 seconds.
Can you change the costumes?
Yes, we are changing the costumes in our loop here. So can you modify them? Is that what you are asking? Casey's costumes?
I don't like some.
Okay. Oh, you can come and delete if you don't like some. But then the challenge with choosing costumes that are like real life, because if you look at this costume, Casey is a real life costume. She's someone who is real. They just went and took pictures and put her in Scratch. So the challenge with choosing that costume is that all you can do is just this. So let's try copy and replace and see. You can't really do anything. If we are doing anything, it's just going to be making her larger. So as you're choosing people who are real life, just know you can't use copy and replace to change them like the way you could change the cat. Here, it will not work. Yes, so if you don't like some costumes, however, and you still want to use her, you can go ahead and delete them. Yeah, so fill bucket, does fill work? You can see when the fill bucket does not work. So that is one of the challenges if you're using this as a costume. So this is what play sound until done is going to make sure that it plays first until it finishes, and then that is when it will make her move. Now let's see this one. Do you see that? She's not moving. Why? Because we use play sound until done. So the computer will first, you told the computer, make sure you first play this sound until it's done, then you go here. So how can we improve that? You just go and say start sound, dance around. So if we do this, this is what we have. Okay, what just happened? Okay, so because I don't like how it's acting, you know, what I'm going to do is I will put this as its own script. So in the event that this backdrop switches to neon tunnel, it should start that sound. So it's, oh no, sorry. Oh, the cat appears. The cat appears. Okay, so I think it will work. Okay, so then ballerina, you can do the same for ballerina. You can go ahead and give her something, but let's see what we have. So when backdrop, so the reason it didn't switch to blue sky, remember we deleted blue sky, so we need to go and get it. And then if we have blue sky, then there's also another challenge. The challenge is for Casey dance, we used next backdrop. That means it will also always show blue sky, and you don't want blue sky appearing. So how do you deal with that? Okay, let me first click the green flag and you see what you have. But I think it would also be nice if the cat had its own sound when you are playing. So the sounds we have for the cat, when I go to cat, you can see it only has meow. It's an annoying sound. So you can go ahead and choose another sound you want for the cat. I think personally this is okay. Which sound should we choose? That sounds like again something. Okay, I'm just going to choose. Let me just choose this one. So we have hip hop and it's only 4 seconds. So when flag clicked, it should start the sound hip hop. So this is what we. It's short. Maybe we could make it, it took me up to here. So I'm assuming if I made it longer, maybe 3 times, how do I modify a sound? I'm not using meow, so I'm going to delete it. So I'll just copy and then paste, and then paste. Let's see if this now can do. Okay, well, I think it worked. So it did not switch our costume. So then we say backdrop should switch now to, because it didn't switch my backdrop. Then switch costume to, remember for Casey dance, when backdrop switches to neon tunnel. So here we should say, can everyone please mute from their side? Neon tunnel. So this is what we have. Do you see how it brings us to the blue sky? Does anyone know how we can fix this?
No, teacher Charity, I don't know how to fix this.
Anyone have an idea? Alice,
Just delete it.
okay, delete it, but then we wanted the cat to start at this particular one. So we wanted the cat to start at, so here, when you have such an issue, I don't know why there is a black something here in our blue sky. It's kind of like its own, so if you have situations like this, you're just going to be as creative as you can. So I'll see this, okay? So Casey is going to do this 10 times. So maybe instead of me doing this 10 times, putting it in a loop, of course, it's going to be more work. Maybe I could say next costume, then go to the next backdrop, which in this case, if I look at the backdrops here, it's going to be neon tunnel 2, then 3, then 4. So I want it to be neon tunnel 2, then 3, then 4. So I'm just going to be creative in such a way that, I'm going to go and instead of using next backdrop, I'll use the one of switch backdrop 2, and I choose only the backdrops I would want. So I want 2. So I'm going to duplicate this. Stop this. Then I'm going to go and choose neon tunnel 3. Then I'm going to duplicate this also again. Then I'm going to choose 4 and 5. So let me get rid of this. So of course it means you are going to make a longer script. So 3, then I'll go to 4. This is a bit annoying. 4. Then I'll go back to neon tunnel. Then, so how many do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we want to make them 10. So I'm trying to make them, sorry about that. Hold on, I'm trying to find out making my screen bigger. Okay, so I was trying to make my screen a bit bigger, but it's irritating a bit. So let's just do with it at this. So neon tunnel 4, then it goes back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So let's try to see what we now have. So that's what we have, but you can make it now like ballerina here. I could then make it switch backdrop again. So we didn't finish all these. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We did not finish them. We didn't finish them, but you can make it longer. So ballerina would introduce in the jumping element. So maybe you could choose another sprite for the ballerina. But again, this is just an example, okay? Your project can be nicer than this. Someone can even create a project that is just basically animation, but if you are so creative, very creative. Of course, now if I look at this project, it does not make as much sense if I think about it. Like the cat is just moving, then we come to this one who is dancing. So if I went to a ballerina, then we would have a ballerina who is just jumping, like it's all just doing things, but you know, there's nothing really much to it. If you go and look at the projects people make, you'll see that people make very nice things. It can be something. Recently I saw some projects someone had created, and it was about a scratch cat dragging blocks of code. In their stage, they had something like this, a sprite like this, and the cat was dragging them and stacked them together, something like that. So your thing can definitely be very much creative. Yeah, but this is basically how to create an animation. Here we are animating sprites, okay? So you can go ahead and animate anything you want. But like I said, a sprite will only be animated if it has different costumes. So if you don't have costumes for a sprite and you want to use it, number one, you could create your own costumes. Or if you don't like some costumes, you can delete them. But then in deleting them, it makes your project, I just feel like the more costumes a sprite has, the nicer it will look. Something like that. Yes, so does anyone have any questions? And also, it's a very nice thing to always improvise, don't just go and copy the whole thing of, oh, if I want to animate, I just go to next costume block, and then I'm just going to go here to my repeat block, and then I'm going to put in a wait block, or I could even put in a move block. No, don't just do this and like, oh, this is it, you could have a sprite. I think recently I had there's this sprite over here, Avery walking. So you'll notice that Avery only walks one direction, this one. So you could make her go this side. You could make her go this side. And then you can also make her go back this side. But the thing is, when you go and look at her costumes, she only has those facing this side. So you could make another set of costumes of Avery walking down here, and then you go through the manual process of, this, something like that. So you just have to be as creative as you can, but that's just the basics of creating an animation. And also playing around with the backdrop would be a very nice thing. Yeah, so does anyone have any questions? I see you guys are very loud in the chat. Does anyone have any question about what we've done? Something you've not understood, or any question about animation? Yes, Emma.
I want to know how to put big holes on a background.
How to do what?
Put holes in a background.
Put holes. Do
These
you
holes.
mean these circles?
Yes,
Does anyone know how we did that?
Yes. Yes.
How did we do that? Coming from Alison and Angel, how did we do that?
You went on, like, you press backgrounds, like up there it shows backdrops. Then there is like a circular button you can press.
Okay,
It's
you
near-
mean this?
It's near text.
Yes, you
Then
mean
after
this?
you can make those circles. Yes.
Yes, so you go click the circle and then add something.
You can maximize it.
Yeah, make it bigger. I like that on the ground it's looking something like this. Also, you can draw something like stage lights. Do you people know how stage lights look?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can be creative and try to draw stage lights. Let me see if I can. Oh, wow.
Get a ball.
So I'm going to change this. And I think stage lights should be black. So I'll make this black. And how can I make it seem like they're stage lights? I could maybe draw something. Oh no, it's changed my, okay, let's leave it. at that. So I'll go and choose something like this.
Angel. She come and tell me.
Something like this, and then I'm going to choose another color also, blue. And which other color? Green. So I have just put one there. I can. Yes, can everyone please mute from their side? Yes. So I would like to.
Just embarrassing yourself.
Ella, could you please mute from your side? Thank you. So I would like to. Let me see. Now, if I want, the thing is, I want to copy this. So how do I do that? I'm going to select, let me see if I can. Oh, I cannot select all of them. I wanted to select all of them and group them. Anyway, so since I can't do that, oh, yeah, I think I can. Let me just draw something. No. I think I cannot do that for a backdrop, unfortunately, but for a sprite, it should work. I wanted to make this come also here. But yes, you can be as creative as you can. Like, what do you usually watch on TV? How do those things look like, etc.? Yes, any other question? Yes, does anyone have any other question about what we've done today? Yes. Okay, so it seems like we don't have any other questions. Also, I hope every one of us here was able to join the Discord server. If you are not, please let me know. Otherwise, that's it for this
Teacher, if you say me first.
Are we sharing our screen?
No, okay. So I'm only going to help a few people. So if you had any other issues, of which I think most of you created accounts. So if you had any other issues on Discord, etc., then yeah, you can stay behind. And if there are no more questions about today's session, then it's okay. So
Excuse me, teacher.
yes, Angel.
We downloaded Discord, but how do we use it?
Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm going to help everyone else who had an issue, okay? About do not do that. Do not do that. Do not, I must emphasize, please do not click register when you have an account, and it can cause serious issues. So you just put in your details when you are done. Okay, so if anyone doesn't have any issues regarding Scratch, then bye to everyone who doesn't have any issues on Discord, and we shall see you tomorrow. Now, tomorrow you are going to have a session with teacher Brenda. She's going to take people through. You guys want to create projects in AI? Yes, make sure you really attend tomorrow. So